Cody Rhodes has barely managed to eke out a win over Kevin Owens at Bash in Berlin. The prize fighter fails to capture his prize, but it's Cody who is captured by the Bloodline. They invade his celebration and they're smashing him. And Kevin Owens sees it all happening over his shoulder and makes the controversial choice to do nothing. Rhodes is ambushed but ultimately saved by Roman Reigns again, who briefly locks eyes with Owens on his way past. But it's Cody who wants to lock eyes with Owens when they have a tense confrontation on SmackDown the week after. And Rhodes just has one question. Why? Listen, Kev, I get it. You've done a lot for me and you're over it. I appreciate it, but I showed you that appreciation by giving you a shot at my championship, and you showed me glimpses of that old Kevin Owens, and it honestly made me happy. You're a prize fighter, and I gave you... But Owens interrupts and says, you wanted to give me charity. You wanted to hand me something I didn't deserve, and the only reason I took the match is because they were gonna give it to Roman Reigns, who is the whole reason I don't have it in the first place. You saw glimpses of the old Kevin in Berlin, you say? Well, that's funny, because Owens assaults Rhodes. He's snapped. Owens immediately busts Cody open, and he hammers him with kicks in the corner, and he rips off his jacket and his tie, and he flings him to the outside, and Owens has that look in his eye. The old Kevin Owens is coming back to the surface, and he picks up Cody and drills him on the apron, and it almost looks like it's a release from Owens. Then he picks up Cody once more, and he slams him onto the apron again. It's then though, Randy Orton comes running out, and he's screaming at him to stop. But Owens, with a deadpan, blank look on his face, just turns his back on Orton and leaves through the crowd, leaving a path of destruction in his wake. But as he gets into the depths of the arena, he stumbles across another man he's not entirely fond of. You didn't want me to get my title back, huh? But Owens looks him dead in the eye and says, the fans might have forgotten Roman, but I haven't. Stay out of my way, stay out of my business, and maybe, just maybe, I'll spare you. Owens clearly has one eye on Roman, but both eyes of the Viper are on Kevin Owens the week after when he confronts him about the vicious assault on Cody that has rendered him out for a number of weeks. Kev, if anyone knows a thing or two about turning on friends, it's me. But honestly, I thought you were better than me. I thought you were one of the good guys. Fighting for what's right, fighting for the fans, and now you've turned your back on everyone. But Owens fires right back and says, I turned my back on them? Randy, you gotta be kidding me. They have no clue what they want. 1 minute, they're saying Roman is shoved down our throats and they're sick of him. The next minute, it's we want Roman, we want Roman. Well, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of doing everything for everyone else. And where's it gotten me? You know what? Screw this. I'm out. Owens attacks Orton. He's completely flown off the handle, and the crowd has fully turned on him now. 2 men in 2 weeks, and he wants Orton to suffer the same fate as Cody. He tears the shirt to shreds that he used to wear with Randy Orton, and he busts him open as well. And he throws him to the outside and picks him up for the apron powerbomb. But Orton escapes, and then Orton looks for an RKO. But Owens had that scouted, and he gets some distance. And the security rushes to ringside to separate him, and Orton has some parting words for Owens. Never wound a snake, Owens. You gotta kill it. Bad blood. Atlanta. Let's see if the real Kevin Owens is really back. Owens accepts on the spot, and he elects to leave. And Randy Orton turns to the crowd to fire them up and get them even more on side. But this incenses Owens, who sees his chance, bursts back through security and drops Orton again. And he smashes him against the steel steps. Security has to step in, and Orton now, even more fired up, is grabbing at his face. He seems to enjoy the blood that's been shed. And the bad blood has certainly ramped up, and it comes to a head in Atlanta. Hey, Kev, at least give us some respect and look us in the eye. What the hell's your problem? But Owens, not in the mood, says, "What's my problem? What's wrong? I think the fact that you're even still hanging around with this guy is wrong. I think the fact that you will undoubtedly run back to Roman and kiss his ass because those idiots still chant, 'We want Roman,' after everything he's done, or because they're chanting, 'Yeet,' after everything he's done, or because they chant, 'Olay.' Oh, and how could I forget the stupidest one of them all, RKO, RKO. They all chant, they're all sheep. Well, tonight is an RKO. It's the KO show. Once a tag team as RKO, now it's Orton looking for one on Owens. But he gets the full old Kevin Owens treatment, who is throwing bombs, and the legend killer, who could very well have his legendary career decimated in front of everyone, is struggling. And Owens is getting more vicious as it goes on, and it always resides inside him, but it's been unleashed out of frustration. But when you back the Viper into a corner, he will always fight his way out, and he matches Owens' energy, and he delivers the old legend killer treatment to the prize fighter. It's about as even as it gets, and it comes down to a sharp but exhausted exchange between the two. Owens looks for the stunner, but it's rejected by Orton, who looks for the RKO, but that's countered into a package power slam. And you could see the thought go through Owens' head to drop him on his. Instead, Owens immediately picks him up, flings him off for a pop-up powerbomb, but Orton counters into an RKO, but Kevin Owens stood up in it, and Orton lands flush on his back. He's rocked, and then Owens finds the chance, lands the stunner, and gets the massive win. It's a huge momentum boost, and Owens is enjoying the moment. But then he's shrouded in even more booze. As he looks around and listens, it fires him up even more and takes him back to that place. It's utter annihilation. Randy is clearly injured, and Owens looks for the final blow, but no! Cody shows up and chases Owens away. Owens is going to bide his time, and he has Cody right where he wants him. But on SmackDown the week after, it's Cody who has Owens exactly where he wants him, and that is face-to-face in the ring with a rematch at Survivor Series for the Undisputed Championship made official. But with the caveat from Nick Aldis that if they touch, the match is off, and the tension is off the charts. But Owens refuses to talk. He believes he's said everything he needs to say, and now it's about action. But Cody does have something to say. Kevin, you felt like you hadn't earned the last one? Well, now you've more than earned this one. But another thing you've earned is a giant ass whipping for what you did to me and what you did to Randy. You might not have the loyalty we do. You might not be able to understand why people like myself, Randy, or Sammy choose to forgive, and that's sad. But what's even sadder is that at Survivor Series, you're not even going to be able to live up to your own catchphrase. Because I'm going to beat you so badly that you will have to stop fighting. You've tried to leave me laying, but you made a huge mistake, Kevin Owens. You didn't finish the job. So you want to talk charity, Kev? How about I give you a gift? I'll give you the gift of a last man standing match. It's on Owens versus Rhodes, and the only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent to the point where they can't answer a 10 count. But if Cody is to even make it, he will have to go through an incredibly dangerous test of Jacob Fatu. Cody hasn't forgotten about the assault after Bash in Berlin, and he wants his pound of flesh. But it's of course not long before Kevin Owens makes his presence felt. Remembering though, they can't touch or the match is off. But Owens doesn't need to, because he already has the gaze of Cody, and it opens the door for the Bloodline's henchmen to strike. They swarm the ring, and the referee sees it and calls for the bell. And Owens just watches on very smugly as Cody is beaten down once more by this rabid group of thugs. They're softening him up, and Owens doesn't have to do a thing. It's brutal, and Cody doesn't stand a chance. And Owens takes this chance to turn his back on Cody and head out of the ring. But as he does, the cavalry arrives, and they all eyeball him on the way through. There's Roman, Sammy, and Jay. Just like Owens predicted, they rush to the OTC side and gear up for Bloodline Civil War games. But it's a whole different kind of war that Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens have to gear up for on the same show. It's brutal, it's violent, and it's in Canada. So Owens is getting the opposite reaction to usual. But this kind of violence is something neither man haven't been through before. It wasn't all that long ago that Cody Rhodes went through hell in a brutal I Quit match with AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens has been in countless wars as well, including of course a last man standing match with Roman Reigns that ended in controversy. But Cody isn't looking to make this controversial. He's looking to make it definitive, and he throws whatever isn't nailed down at Owens, and Owens does the same back. They fight into all corners of the building. It's about as even as it gets, just like it was with Orton. So Owens wants to leap off the top of a ladder to try and finish Cody off. But Cody jumps off the table and he rushes up that ladder, and now both of them are teetering so dangerously on the top. And they're exchanging, and it's quite simply come down to who can possibly withstand this punishment. And the answer is neither. They both connect, and they both go flying off the ladder. The table doesn't even break, which makes the landing even worse. Neither man is moving. The crowd is on their feet. But which of the competitors will be able to get to their feet and answer the 10 count? The referee is at a count of 7, 8, 9, and it's Cody who stirs. But what about Owens? Well, he can't answer the count, but not for the reason that you think. Rhodes wins! Orton is there one more time for his brother, and Orton is able to get the revenge that he wanted, and he watches on as Cody celebrates the win, but also as Owens is furiously escorted from the arena by security and Nick Aldis. And the crowd is actually booing because of course we're in Canada, and Owens flies even more off the handle because he sees Randy Orton facing off with Cody Rhodes, which sets them up on their path. But where is Owens' path going? Well, he's in Aldis' face backstage near Gorilla, and Aldis says, "The hell's your problem, Owens? You didn't get the job done, and that's no one's fault but your own. You made your bed, you lie in it." And Owens says, "You want to know who's at fault? I'll show you. This all started somewhere, and now I'm gonna finish it." The OG Bloodline has triumphed in Civil War games. Jay, Jimmy and Sammy leave the ring to Roman, who is soaking it all in. He's reformed. He's back with the men that it all started with, and the crowd is on side. But the turn of another man started with Roman as well. Jay, Jimmy and Sammy all turn to see what's happened, and as they come back towards the ring, Owens leaves it. The crowd are actually booing him now. Even his own people are against him, and it infuriates him, because once upon a time they booed Roman for screwing him over. And it all spills over on SmackDown, where everything Owens has on his mind spews out of his mouth. You done? Whatever. If you guys had half a brain cell, you'd realize my actions are completely justified, but none of you care about the truth. You just want to chant yeet, or you want to chant, we want Roman. All he's ever done is need other people to get by. All he's ever done is screw everyone over. So I don't need you to cheer me. No, I don't care. I'm here for my prize, and this time, that ain't gold. This time, my prize is getting my win over Roman Reigns that has been coming for years. Roman's here, and he means business. He clearly wants to do this alone, with no backup to prove a point. And he and Owens absolutely tear ringside apart. It's complete bedlam. You can feel over 4 years of pure hatred just spewing over. Owens has been cost everything, and now he is the one getting booed. Roman cost him everything, and he is getting cheered. The brawl brings out all hands on deck to get them separated, and the crowd is desperate for them to keep fighting, and Owens is more than happy to live up to his moniker now. But they get stopped. But there will be nothing stopping them when it's no disqualification at the Royal Rumble. Reigns versus Owens, 12 months on from their last match. And things couldn't be more different. This time, it's not about titles, it's about personal animosity and Kevin Owens getting the one win that he craves from Roman Reigns. And it's about Roman proving he doesn't need anyone to get it done. It's no disqualification, so there's no holding back. They both pull everything out of their arsenal. Weapons clattering off bodies, all their biggest moves hitting. But nothing either man can do will keep the other down. Blood is drawn, pain is dealt, but ultimately they both fire off and collide in the middle of the ring, and the crowd come to their feet while they are off theirs. Owens is down, Roman is down, neither man has much left at all. And with Roman going at it alone and demanding no backup arrives, he's vulnerable, which is exactly what his so-called family want. And Owens manages to get to his feet and see what's going on. He has the chance to do things the right way. He has the chance to fight the bloodline one more time and give Roman a fair shot. But he doesn't. He turns his back and the bloodline decimate Roman. Fatu and Solo get their pound of flesh, destroying him even more. Kevin Owens fought them for so long, only to ultimately give Roman a taste of his own medicine. And not because he likes them, but because he feels Roman deserves it. Owens picks up Reigns, drops him with a pop-up powerbomb, and wins. Owens gets the vengeance. He puts the W he desperately wanted in the column. But at what cost? Because it looks like Kevin Owens will have to just keep fighting all on his own.